morning, everyone. This is Carrie Sparks with Pioneer Title, your Arizona title gal, and I am so excited to have it be Thursday already with Paul Phoenix to talk about reverse mortgages. This week is short, but there's so much going on. I relaunched my YouTube channel, so all the interviews that I've done on Facebook Live are all loaded onto the YouTube channel, so you can go on YouTube and just query my name. You'll see all the great interviews, including Builder Services and Ron. There's some really cool things I've got going on in the next week. I have a Lister Assister presentation tomorrow. And again, these are all, we're going to try to get them Facebook Live, but there's some great new tools that for realtors and honestly for loan officers too, to take advantage of. There's a new partnership that's been created with Lister Assister and Pre-Open House here in Maricopa County, and it will be growing across the state, but they are going to talk about drones and all the virtual tours that realtors are taking advantage of right now. Next week, I've got a 1031 exchange class with a great guy who's offered to do this. Again, changes in 1031 exchange. And for everyone who lives in Maricopa County and honestly Pinal and Cochise and Northern Arizona, our investors are back. So they took a brief moment with COVID-19, but they are back. And then finally, next week, next Wednesday afternoon at 1 o'clock Arizona time, Daryl Turner is going to come on. He is my personal business coach and the #1 coach of title and escrow people professionally across the country, as well as he coaches realtors and loan officers. So this is all stuff that I've coordinated for you guys, and I hope that you step in and take advantage. I don't care who you work for. I don't care what part of the country you're in. Please feel free to take advantage. And if you want to participate, you can go onto the Zoom links and just register. Otherwise, I welcome you as an observer. So with that being said, that's what I've got going on. If you do not have a title relationship with anyone at Pioneer Title, I'd love to be your title gal. So give me a call sometime at 602-715-5704. And welcome to my living room today, as well as my 3 puppies are here with me today. We'll see if they stay quiet. Paul, why don't you introduce yourself, give your licensing information, and let's talk about some of the options that people have available with reverse mortgages.
Good morning, Carrie. Thanks for having me on. I'm Paul Phoenix. I'm with Nexa Mortgage in Chandler. My NMLS number is 17565. Yeah, 1756585, if I can get that out correctly. My phone number is 480-734-7024. And you can also catch me on my email at phoenix@nexamortgage.com. So yeah, let's talk about the different options when refinancing with a reverse mortgage. Now, normally there's 3 different options that are the most used. The most used out of 3 is just a fixed rate straight reverse mortgage. We use those to pay off houses that have encumbrances on them that there's no equity in really to access. For example, if you have $100,000 or $200,000 house and you have $100,000 existing mortgage and you refinance it just to eliminate your payment, we're going to probably go with a fixed rate and just eliminate the payment. That way, you still have equity in the home that builds over time. But it's one way to get to use a lending limit. The other 2 ways, and you can use actually a combination of the 2. And one is a monthly income, where you can set up where you get a monthly draw. A lot of the financial planners I work with set this up for these clients, mainly because it supplements their income. Since they don't have a house payment, they have enough equity, they can get a drawn out term. So for example, they can get $500,000, $600,000 a month for 5 years, or whatever equity that they have in their house. Or else they can do a line of credit as well, which means you're getting a monthly payment. And if you have enough equity, you can get a monthly payment and have access to a line of credit for the rest of the equity that is available due to the lending limits in your home. So that's the 3 different options.
Can you go back and maybe just give like what the age is and how much how that kind of correlates with the
Right. The older you are, the higher the lending limit is. For example, if you're 62, your lending limit's going to be close to 48 or 49%, depending on the equity in the home and some other things. So the best way to explain it is the older you are, the more money the higher the lending limit. So, if you're 62, you're going to be around 48, 49%. But if you're 82, you're going to be closer to a little bit over 60% available on the home. So if it's $100,000 home, they're going to lend up to $62,000 to $63,000 as opposed to $50,000 at 62. Okay, that's the difference between the lending limits. So every time that everybody's a little bit different because of their ages, and they do round up past 6 months. For example, if you were born after June this year, they're going to round up and count you. If you're 62 but born in June and you're on this side of it, they're going to round it up to 63. So that increases your lending limit.
What's the time frame from application to going through the education piece? How long does this process take typically to fund a reverse today?
To fund a reverse today, it takes 3 weeks. I'm going to say that I've done them sooner, and I've had some drag out a little bit longer, but the average, I'd say 99% of them are right shy of, a day short of 3 weeks from looking at my schedules on these. So they take about 3 weeks from start to finish.
And I know you work with Patty Larson over at our office. And just from the standpoint of escrow, you really want to be working if you're involved.
Absolutely, because it is right. It is. It's an absolute, and that's what I love about Patty is it's a different animal. There's 2 deeds of trust involved. The title process is different. It's similar but much different. So the funding packet, the signing package is 3 times thicker than a normal forward mortgage. So Patty's gone above and beyond. We actually have a signer, Russell, that we use to do them because he's done those for me. So we just use him exclusively. And I'm usually at every one of my signings. Even the COVID-19, I was down in one last Thursday. But yes, it's very helpful. You've got to have someone that knows how reverse mortgages work from a title standpoint, because they are different. It's the only finance tool. First of all, it's a non-recourse loan. It's the only loan, home loan, that is what's called a non-recourse loan, which means there's a non-recourse loan means at the end of the period when the people finally leave the house, if there's no equity in the house and the heirs don't want to deal with it, they can hand the keys back, and the lender has no recourse after that. They can't go if there's a deficit. They can't go after the estate. That's what the financial planners love about this. A reverse mortgage actually protects the estate. For example, if they go into Medicare and they pass away and they have a high Medicare bill, Medicaid comes after their estate. Well, with a reverse mortgage on a house, if it's got a negative equity, let's say they were in it 15 years and it's an older one and they owe more than the house is worth, the lender, FHA, eats that. There's no going after the estate for that.
So it's a product that's not for everybody. It's an
not.
option to explore maybe if you fit the parameters of the equity in your home and the age category. So
right, and if it's going to benefit your, not only it's going to improve your quality of life. That's what we generally look at, not only financially, but it can improve when you do take those steps. It does improve the quality of life for most seniors. So it works out quite well.
Well, as always, Paul, thanks for your time. I know that it is the end of the month and you're very busy.
Yes.
So I know you've got some files that you're working on, so we won't take up any more of your time. But for everyone who's spent the last few minutes with us talking about reverse mortgage, thanks for your time. Again, for all my customers out that are watching, I have such gratitude for you to stick with us through this whole COVID-19. If there's anything I can do to support you, please reach out and let me know. I'm always available. I'm never too busy to help the people that choose to work with us. And my phone number again is 602-715-5704, and I'll put my business card below the video. And again, please take a look and go to YouTube and search my name. I've got all the stuff going up there that I can possibly put up. Just if there's a topic that somebody would like to talk about themselves and maybe do a Facebook Live with me, I'm incredibly open to that. Let me know. The more value that we can provide to everyone out there, there's an 80% increase in the amount of time being spent on Facebook right now. So hopefully you stop by my videos and you're going to get some value from it. But Paul, thanks for your time. I'm glad you're here. I'll let you go back to your files. And
Thank you, Carrie.
have a fantastic day.